Hi, let me tell you in 15 seconds what we are going to achieve in this video. Number one, we'll be creating a pop-up something like this with the help of Elementor that will be having a lead generation form. Now, step 2 is when someone submit this form. So let me fill it over here. After hitting the send my inquiry button, these details will be saved to Google Sheet. So here I have created a sheet, and as you can see over here, this is the entry Saddam Qasim, that's the email address I used. This is the subject and this is the message. So we are going to automate this entire process that when someone fill up the Elementor form, then all those entries will be saved automatically to Google Sheets. So this is one of my blog on which I'm going to display the pop-up, and in that pop-up we are going to put a lead generation form, and when someone fill up that form, all those entries will be saved to Google Sheet. So let's go ahead and we can log in into our WordPress dashboard. Now step 1 is that we have to create a pop-up. The pop-up can be created with the help of Elementor Pro Page Builder. So we can simply go to the plugins and then hit add new. Now in the search plugin box, you have to search for Elementor, that is the Elementor free page builder plugin. Just install and activate this plugin by elementor.com. After activating the Elementor page builder, you will be seeing this kind of web page. Simply click on this close icon. Now again go back to the plugin section, click on add new, and it's time to install the premium version of Elementor page builder. The premium version of Elementor can be bought from elementor.com. Go on to the pricing page. Now, if you will be seeing the price over here, it costs $49 a year, but you don't have to invest that much of amount. I'm giving you a website which is wpscratch.com, and from this website, you can get the same exact plugin for just 10 bucks. So in the search box, you can type Elementor Pro. And that is the Elementor Pro Page Builder. It is the exact same plugin, and that hardly costs $10, and you can use it for lifetime. Simply click on add to cart and buy this plugin. After making the successful payment, this plugin will be downloaded in .zip format on your computer. So next step would be simply go to the add new plugin page, and here click on upload plugin, then browse and locate that plugin on your computer. So I have already downloaded the plugin. Let me find it out. Okay. So this is the plugin Elementor Pro.zip. Simply click on open or upload, install and activate this plugin. Okay, now we have installed the Elementor and Elementor Pro Page Builder into our WordPress website. Now it's time to create a pop-up or lightbox window, and in that lightbox or in that pop-up, we can display the form. So here under the templates, you can see a new option, pop-ups. Let's click on it. Okay. Now it is giving me a message, create your first pop-up. So let's hit this green button. This window comes up. Make sure the pop-up option should be selected in this drop down. And in the name your template box, you can give it a name just like lead generation. You can give any name. This is just for your reference. And then after click on this create template button, a new screen will be loaded on your browser. Now for your information, when you buy the Elementor Pro Page Builder from wpscratch.com, they do not provide you license key, and that is the reason why the price is very low. So here you will not be able to import any of the premium templates of pop-up, and that is also not a good idea. So let's go ahead and we can create a pop-up from scratch. Simply close this window. Okay, and we can also close this navigator pop-up. Now this is the area where we can create our own first pop-up. So firstly we can take a section. Let's click on this plus icon and we can take a one column section. Now inside this section we can take an inner section as always. So let's go ahead and we can drop it over here. We can delete this second column of this inner section, and inside this inner section we can take a heading. Now let's type over here, get in touch. Okay, we can align it to center. And we can change the font color. So let's make it dark black, and then we can go to the typography, and from here we can change the font weight to 500, and we can increase the font size as well. So that looks fine. Now just below this heading we can take a subheading. So simply duplicate this heading and let's change the text of this heading. Fill this form below and our team member will get in touch with you soon. Now let's go to the style, and firstly we can change the color of this subheading so it's not that much of dark black. Then go to the typography and we can change the font size to 15. and font weight should be 400. Let's increase the font size a little bit. Okay, that looks fine. Now it's time to put a form just below it. So go to this grid icon and here we can search for FORM, that is form. This widget is only available in Elementor Pro. So drag it from here and drop it just below this subheading. Okay, now the form settings have been opened on the left hand side. So let's customize this form. I'm just going to expand the name field and here we can reduce the width to 50%. So here we can see this is the preview of the name field. The same thing we have to do with the email field. Let's set it to 50%. Okay, so now these two fields are appearing next to each other. Let's go ahead and we can add a subject field as well. So click on add item, type should be text, and here we can give a label like subject. Placeholder should also be subject. Okay, now collapse this tab and drop it above the message field. Now as always, we have the placeholder inside these fields, so labels are really not needed to display over here. So just hide the labels from here. Now form looks good. Let's scroll down. Now this is the button tab. Let's expand it and we can change the text of this button. So here we can see submit button text is send. Let's type over here, send my inquiry. If you would like to set an icon, you can also choose the icon from here. Simply go to this icon library option and here we have a huge number of icons that you can use on the button. So let's type over here arrow. So this is the icon that is suitable for send button. Let's insert it. Okay, that looks good. Just collapse this button tab. Now expand the actions after submit tab. So what action needs to be done when someone submit this form? So here we are going to collect submissions. I mean all these details will be collected and there is also an email option. That means all these field details will be sent to a particular email address. So on which email address all these details will be sent to, that can be set up in this email tab. So when you expand it, in this box you can put your own email address. I mean this is the box where you can put the admin email address. So all these details will be sent to this particular email address and here you can set a subject. So let's type over here new inquiry received. I don't know whether the received spelling is correct or not, but that's okay. Okay, so right now these are the two actions that will be performed when someone submit this form, and later on we will also be setting a new action. So all these entries will be filled up directly to the Google Sheets. Now let's increase the inner padding of this particular section. So we can go to the section settings, then go to the advanced, and here we can increase all padding at once. So form looks a little better. Now it's time to duplicate this inner section. So right click on this inner section and then duplicate it. Delete all the internal content. Okay, this is the inner section. Now inside this inner section we are going to display some business details. So here we can search for ICON and it's time to use this icon box. Okay, now firstly we can change the icon. So go to the icon library and here we can search for map pin. So this is the icon. Let's insert it. And now in the heading, we can type over here ADDRESS address, and you can type in the address over here. So I'm just typing like lane number 1 XYZ lane. Then you can type any address. Now scroll down and here we have icon position. So set it to left. Now go to the style tab. And from here under the icon tab, we can change the primary color of this icon. Let's set it to black. You can also control the size of this particular icon. Then expand the content tab and it's time to change the typography of this particular heading. So firstly change the color of this heading. Let's set it to red. Okay. Go to the typography and from here we can change the font weight to 500 and reduce the font size as well. I think red doesn't look good, so let's go ahead and we can make it green. Yeah, that looks better. Also, we can change the description color. So from here we can change the color to dark black and go to the typography and increase the font size from here. Okay, after that once it's ready, then here we can see spacing. So what you can do, you can simply increase or decrease the space. This space specifies the gapping in between the heading and the address that we have written over here. So right now I have set it to 2 pixels. That looks best. Now go ahead and duplicate this entire column. Okay. Now in this second icon box, we can put over here phone number or contact details. So we can search for phone icon. Okay, this is the icon, just insert it. Then go ahead and change the heading, phone number, and here you can type two numbers. So let's type over here. I'm just putting some dummy number. If you would like to change the line, just use the HTML tag. Okay, and then we can type another number. So you can add as much as data over here. So this pop-up is almost ready. Now let's go ahead and we can add some kind of floating images. So it's time to take an image widget. Simply go to this grid icon, and here we have the image widget. Just drop it in the second column. Now go to this choose image option, and we can upload an image. The image should be PNG format. I mean, it should have the transparent background. So this is the image that I'm going to use. Simply click on insert media, and this image appears over here. Now what you need to do, firstly, set the image to full size. Now go to the advanced tab, and under the layout, here we can see an option position. So from here, you should select absolute. Now this image is 100% draggable. You can put it anywhere. You can see we can change the position of this particular image. Let's reduce the width of first column and scroll down, and we can put the image at the very bottom like this. Once it's done, then simply click on publish. Now on this pop-up window, you have to choose a condition like where this pop-up should be displayed. So click on add condition. Now here the first option is include. That means on the entire website this pop-up will be displayed. So from here we have to select singular, and we only have to show this pop-up on the home page. So from this second drop down you have to choose front page. After that click on next. Now here we have to specify the triggering effect, like when this pop-up should be displayed, either on page load or on a scroll, or on a scroll to element, on click, after inactivity, on page exit intent. So there are total 6 conditions. We have to display this pop-up on the page load. So simply click on this option, make it yes. Now after how many seconds this pop-up should appear when the entire front page is loaded. So here we can specify 2 seconds. So after 2 seconds, automatically this pop-up will appear on the front page. Then click on next, and nothing needs to be done on this advanced rules. Simply click on save and close. So we have successfully completed the pop-up part. Now let's go ahead and we can test it on our main website. So I'm going to open this web page into a new tab. Okay, the page has been loaded, but this is not the front page of my website because it's a blog. So let's go ahead and we can create a new page. Okay, let's go to the pages, add new. We can give it a title, home, and then publish. So this is basically a blank page that I'm going to publish. Let's go back to the WordPress dashboard. I think I have 2 home pages anyways. Let's go to the settings and then reading, and it's time to choose a front page from here. Okay, now let's open the front page, I mean the main home page of this website. So here you can see automatically after 2 seconds of page load, this pop-up appears. Now our next task is that we have to create a Google Sheet, and in that Google Sheet we will create fields like name, email, subject and message. So all those fields will be automatically filled with the data that user insert in this form. So go to this new tab and we can search for Google Sheets. Okay, the very first link is Google Sheets. Let's click on it. You can use any of your existing Gmail account to create a free account on Google Sheets. So let's create a blank sheet. Now here we can give a header name like name, then email field, then subject, at last message. Okay, we can make it bold. Alright, so we have successfully created the Google Sheet. Now our next task is that we have to connect this form with the Google Sheet. So how we can do that? So this can be done with the help of a third-party service, that is what we call Pabbly. Pabbly is basically a platform that connects 2 different or 2 separate applications. So firstly, let's close the extra tabs from here, and we can go to a link that is saddamkasim.com, then /Pabbly, Pabbly. Okay, so this is a Pabbly website that helps you to connect 2 different applications. You can create a free account over here. Simply click on sign up for free. Either fill up this entire form or use your existing Gmail account to sign up with Pabbly. So I'm going to sign up with one of my existing Gmail account. Okay, after signing up, you have to click on this access now under Pabbly Connect. Just click on this button. Alright, so this is an instructional video. Just close this pop-up. Now here in the free account, you have been allotted with 100 tasks. That means every month Pabbly will help you to collect 100 entries from Elementor form and it will insert into the Google Sheets. So this is the last step that we have to connect the Elementor form with Google Sheets. Here you have to click on Create Workflow button. Now give it a name just like Elementor to Google Sheets. You can give any name. After that, click on Create. Now here we have to create a workflow. So you will be seeing two windows. First one is the trigger window and then next one would be the action window. The trigger window means that when this event will be happen, then what action needs to be performed. So here we can search for Elementor. This is the Elementor, just click on it. Now our trigger event would be that when someone fill up the form and submit it, then those entries will be sent to Google Sheet. So here we have selected the Elementor app. Then trigger event would be new form submission. After that, we have to paste this webhook URL to Elementor so that Elementor will be firstly connected with the Pabbly account. So copy this webhook from here. This webhook has been copied. Go back to your Elementor pop-up screen and here we need to go on to this form settings. Now scroll down and here actions after submit tab, click on this plus and choose webhook. Now after selecting this webhook, you will be seeing a new field over here. So simply expand it and then paste the URL in this box. Okay. After that, click on update. So this webhook has been pasted inside this Elementor. That means the Elementor is now connected with Pabbly. Now you can see over here, it is waiting for the webhook response. So what needs to be done? Simply open the website, that is solarpaneldiagramsite.com or whatever your website address is. And we have to fill up this form. At least one entry needs to be submitted. So Pabbly will receive the data. So let's fill it over here like John Doe. And we can put the subject over here. I want to hire you. And here we can put a message something like, after that we can simply click on send my inquiry button. Oh, I did a mistake. Actually in this box, I had to enter an email address. Okay, so let's put the email address over here. I'm just putting my email address, saddamkasim@hotmail.com, then send my inquiry. Oh, I'm seeing an error over here, server error form not sent. Don't worry about that. I think this is just a temporary server error. It will be auto fixed, but this form has been submitted. When we go on to the Pabbly, here you can see Pabbly has captured the response. So in the name field, it captured John Doe. Then email is this one and this is the subject and this is the message, the date on which this inquiry has been submitted. So it is 2nd of July 2022, that is today, and this is the current time, I mean my local time. This is the page URL and everything has been captured over here and powered by Elementor 2. Now the response has been captured. It's time to connect this app with the Google Sheet. So now what needs to be done? When this response has been captured, then Pabbly needs to take this action. So in this action window, expand it and here we have to search for Google Sheets. This is the Google Sheets app. So what needs to be done? In the Google Sheets, a new row needs to be created. So click on add new row, then click on connect. And you have to connect the Google Sheet with Pabbly as well. So you can give it any name just like Google Sheets for Elementor form entry. Okay. Then click on connect with Google Sheet. It will ask you to log in into your Gmail account. So I have created the sheet with this account. Okay. After that, click on continue. Now I have so many sheets in this account. Okay, my Google Sheet account has been connected with Pabbly and all these spreadsheets will be appearing over here in this drop down. So when I click on it, you can see all these are the spreadsheets that I have in my Gmail account. So right now the one spreadsheet I have created is this one, which was titled as Untitled Spreadsheet. You can give it any name as well, just like Elementor entries. Okay. After that, go back to the Pabbly and here we can simply click on this refresh icon. Okay, now this is the spreadsheet in which we have to put the entry. So after selecting this spreadsheet, it will automatically display all the columns that you have created. So in this spreadsheet, we had created 4 columns: name, email, subject and message. The same is appearing over here: name, email, subject and message. So now what you need to do? Firstly, in the name field, just click on this box. This option will be appearing. So we have to do mapping. Firstly, expand this Elementor. Now, the submission that you have done first time, all those submissions will be showing over here. So in the name field, we have to put the name. So just select this one, name. The same thing you have to do with the email field. Go to this email box. Then again expand this Elementor. Now in the email field, we have to put the email address. So select this email. In the subject field, we have to choose the subject. So this is the subject, just put it over here. And in the message field, we have to put the message. So this is the message. So all the 4 mapping has been successfully done. In the name column, the name will be appearing. In the email column, email goes. Then in subject, subject will be appearing. And in message, message will be showing. At last, simply click on save and send test request. So this is the response that we have received. All the entries has successfully been done. Now let's go to the Google Sheet. And this is the magic. You can see all the entries have been successfully done. Let me increase the width of all these columns. Okay, so now here you can see in the name column, name entered, in the email, email entered, in the subject, subject shows, and in the message, message is displaying over here. Now, this is the one-time task that you have to do. After that, what you need to do, just close this Pabbly. Nothing needs to be done again with Pabbly because we have already done the mapping. We have connected the apps with Pabbly. So now I'm going to open a private window, and now let's open this site. Okay, it's time to fill up this form again with a new data. So I'm just putting my name over here, Saddam Qasim and Saddam. Okay, like this. Let's click on send my inquiry. Okay, this is just a server error, ignore it. Let's close this tab and go to this Google Sheet. Here you can see a new entry has been filled up. That is Saddam Qasim is my name. This is the email address that I have just used. And this was the subject and this is the message. So this is how you can use the Elementor pop-up window to collect all the leads, and all those information, all those data will be filled automatically in your Google Sheets. So Pabbly plays an important role in the entire automation process. As I already told you that Pabbly offers you 100 free tasks every month. That means every month you can collect 100 inquiries, and those all inquiries will automatically be inserted in the Google Sheet. However, if you are expecting to receive more inquiries, more form submissions, then you can go ahead with the premium plan as well. So either you can sign up for the monthly subscription. So here you can see by investing $10 every month, you can collect up to 12,000 inquiries, and all those inquiries will be automatically inserted in the Google Sheet. However, by investing $20 a month, you can collect 24,000 and so on. And if you are looking for a one-time plan, that means buy the Pabbly plan for one-time fees and use it for lifetime, then you can simply use my referral link, that is saddamqasim.com/PABBLY then -lifetime. So with the help of this link, you can use Pabbly for lifetime by just paying $149 as a one-time fee. That means you don't have to pay every month, and in this amount you are going to collect 3,000 entries every month. Whereas if you pay $298 as a one-time fee, then you will be able to perform 6,000 tasks. And at last, if you pay $447 as a one-time fees, then every month you will be able to collect 10,000 tasks. That means this will be for lifetime. Every month you will be able to collect 10,000 inquiries. So there are so many things that you can do with Pabbly. You will be able to automate your entire business with the help of Pabbly. It is an alternative of Zapier. Zapier charges $1,548 a year for 10,000 tasks, whereas Pabbly charges hardly $447 as a one-time fees, and you will be able to perform 10,000 tasks every month. So if this video was helpful, please do not leave this video without hitting the like button. Subscribe my channel for all these type of helpful videos, and if you want a specific video on your topic, just let me know in the comment section. Till then, thank you so much and have a wonderful day.